Siemaneczko, z tej strony Dalia Rozwód 22, a to jest już 4. odcinek Our Life Beginnings and Always. A dzisiaj witam was tu w menu głównym, ponieważ jest coś takiego tutaj jak galerii. Mamy te stepy, co nie? Te kroki różne. Możemy sobie dostosować tutaj, jak zauważycie, od drugiego kroku będzie wyglądał kołów. Także możemy tutaj zobaczyć, co mamy do wyboru. Bez żółw. Sobie tu dostosujemy, żeby później nie zapomnieć już po prostu o tym. Takie coś. Necklace. Niech było casual. Hejo to jest piżamka. Podoba mi się. Jacket. To jest świetne. Okej, done. To w trzeci też sobie dostosujemy. No zobaczyć, jak będzie wyglądał, kurczę. Też nie. Kolczyk. Takie mi się. No. Tak. Prawej też nic. Wisiorek jest. Okej. Kostium. Dobra. Jeszcze tutaj formal. A niech jest. Down. Bartek. Zobaczmy tutaj. O, że podobają mi się te fryzurki, te oryginalne, co mają być. Okej. Sobie tu dodamy coś. Dobra, czym change. Okej, to mamy sobie skończone. Chyba to się zapisze. A my wracamy do naszej sytuacji. Tam chyba po lody byliśmy w sklepie razem z Ruchome? Jak się nazywa? Zapomniałem chyba. Torki. Why didn't he speak up for himself? It was almost as if Shiloh didn't know how to say what he felt or was too afraid to. Dobrze. You figured that was his problem and didn't care. Are you scared of me? Before that was kind of sad. Are we friends? Shiloh opened his eyes wide, seemingly caught off guard by the blunt question. No way. But you don't tell me things. Like what you want to do or what treat we should get. Znaczy my zastanawiamy się, czy on się nas po prostu nie boi, bo nie chciał nam powiedzieć o tych pewnych rzeczach. That's not because I'm scared, it's because you have better ideas than I do. Unfortunately, this was yet another thing you couldn't entirely believe Shiloh on. You hoped it was true and that he really did feel okay around you. Shiloh made you unsure about setting a label on the experience of spending the afternoon with just him. There had been good times and there had been confusing ones. You were positive of one thing, at least the treat was delicious and that was nice. Czy zjedliśmy sobie i było dobra. The sun was low on the horizon as you returned to your neighborhood. There you spotted two very familiar figures up ahead, Lizzie and Cove. You opened your mouth to make your presence known to them just as you saw the tears on Cove's face. You walked straight over, Shiloh at your heels. Once there you... to make... Ostrożnie zapytaj, co się stało. Without a time machine, the only way you were going to find out was by asking the witnesses. Lizzie might have done something, but she couldn't have been in the wrong place at the wrong time or even come to Cove's aid. You wanted to hear the story. Cove, what happened? Dalia, I got yelled at. Ano kogoś? Do niego? He took a deep, steadying breath. Some grandparents got mad at me. A, ktoś na niego nakrzyczał. Oh, sorry. Lizzie jerked her head in the direction of a nearby house. Your heart sunk. You knew exactly what had happened. Every year the same mean, old couple rented out that condo for the summer. You, Lizzie and Sherlock knew that to stay away from them, that Cove couldn't have. They're like that with everyone. No, czyli też starsi państwo tam wynajęli sobie domek jak co roku i po prostu są niezbyt mili. I dlatego tutaj krzyczeli. Oni wiedzą, żeby się trzymać z daleka, ale Cove nie wiedział. Even your mom struggled to find anything nice to say about them, but the elderly pair particularly took offense to kids. It didn't matter if they were really nice like Cove. Yeah, Lizzie said. Lizzie drew herself up at that. She looked pointedly in your direction. I was helping. Cool, is there anything I can do? No, I'm just gonna stay away. Oh, you could teach them a lesson. There was devilish glint in her eyes. O, Lizzie ma jakiś symboliczny pomysł. What? You should ding-dong ditch them, go ring the doorbell and run. It will be great cause they're so slow, they'll never catch you. That's dumb, I don't want to go near them ever again. You saying that cause you're a cluck chicken? Tu się zacznie coś dziać. Cove glared but didn't take a debate. Lizzie turned to you. You're not a chicken, are you? Yeah, cluck. You rather just avoid them. They deserve worse, I'll do it. Unikać lepiej, ja jestem tak, lepiej unikać. You look at the house. Behind those closed doors lurked two beings, rich in years but poor in patience. But maybe they deserved retaliation. Maybe they didn't, but the punishment wouldn't be coming from you. It was safer to stay away from them, and you didn't want to give them the opportunity to make Cove sad again. I'm not doing it either. I'm not a chicken for the coop. This is a hen house now. If we're chickens, you're a lizard. She waved her tongue at his face. Still better than a beard brain. Chicken. The condo door opened, revealing one of the two culprits. The old man's wizened face was set in a scowl, which way to say he looked exactly like he always did when you saw him. Maybe that was his normal face. What are you kids doing loitering outside my house? Or maybe he was always just in a terrible mood. Nothing. He repeated the word as if it was the greatest crime anyone could commit. Nothing good, more like. Get lost. To za starsza pani jakaś niemiła. It wasn't as if he owned the space outside the house, but Cove's eyes, still red from his earlier tears, were white and you thought it would be the best hit to old man's comment. Lizzie took... Albo to był facet, nie wiem teraz. Lizzie took off with Sherlock immediately, trailing after her without so much as a glance back in your direction. So much for your friendship. You waved your arm at Cove, summoning him to follow you and run after Lizzie. The old man's hollers propelled you all from the street to the sanctity of the hill. Only once you were safe did you notice the stitch in your chest and the ache of your legs. No, czyli pobiegliśmy sobie tutaj, trochę nas nóżki bolą. You flowed down, the blades of grass tickling your face. Lizzie, who had taken the lead in the end, was already lazing on the ground. The four of you took a moment to catch your breath and enjoy the feeling of cool grass against your skin.
Cove.
Hey, Cove. Cove lifted his head. I told you there were many grandparents around here. Cove rolled his eyes and then decided this wasn't dismissive enough and rolled his whole body away from your system. Lizzie chose to ignore his response and started chatting to Shiloh, who eagerly joined in the conversation. In the back of your mind, you knew you'd be second fiddle again to Shiloh once Lizzie came around. It wasn't like that. Znaczy nie sobie tam gadają między sobą, bo Shiloh zawsze taki jest jak jest Lizzie. And it was fine, you thought. You still felt a little sad after how much time you spent together today. It was always annoying. To jest w porządku, nie gadają. Shiloh could prefer Lizzie as much as he wanted to. There were other things to attend to anyway. You wriggled closer to Cove. He had calmed down. Pokoił się, no. For the most part, I was inspecting a flower. His fingers pinched the stem and tilted the white petals towards him. Jakimś kwiatuszkiem się zajmuje. It's a poppy. Chyba mak. Cove glanced at you in acknowledgement, then back to the flower. The type of poppies of this still have the name white linen poppy, Mom told me. He quirked a smile. That's funny. He ran a finger around the edge of the petals. It doesn't feel like cloth. You'd need a lot of them to make anything. He nodded and released. Delicate plant evaluation complete. This is my favorite kind of flower, but I didn't know what it was called. Thanks. Matko, ile opcji. It's mine too. I like roses. Buttercups are really great. My favorite is snapdragon. Hibiscus are the best. Brownies are pretty. I like all flowers. Mam to, co mi mama powiedziała. Have your own answer. Orchids are the most special. I pick tulips. I love sunflower. They're from Hawaii just like my mommy. They're pretty like her too. Yeah, and you're pretty like both of them. Really? Well, I think so. O, jak słodko. You move onto your back with a small smile and look at the darkening sky. The blanket of clouds reminded you of a thick fro you curled under cold rainy days. You wondered if the clouds would be less soft. They floated on by, splitting from each other, merging and morphing into new shapes. W chmurach teraz gadamy. Alpakę widzę. You saw a fluffy alpaca in the sky. You nudged Cove and pointed to it. You can see the alpaca? Cove joined you in gazing skywards.
Wow.
More like a llama. Hey! He chuckled at your reaction. Ale piękna scena, podoba mi się. O, wieczór się zrobił. All the sun's light faded from the sky and the moon rose higher. Lizzie got to her feet, dusting strands of grass from her bare legs, and surveyed her surroundings. The ocean, visible from the crest of the hill, beckoned with every sweep of the tide. Let's go to the beach. There were no arguments from the other two. Shiloh was still Shiloh, and Cove would never say no to going to the shore. He was a child of the sea. You wanted to go there too. Were too tired to argue. Were happy to do what the others wanted. Objected to the plan. There's stage. So you eagerly joined the others in the descending to the hill down to the water. You stepped onto the sand for the second time that day, but it felt different at night. Zdecydowaliśmy się pójść razem zresztą na plażę. I tutaj teraz na plaży jesteśmy. The beach was nearly quiet at this hour. Abandoned sand castles and footsteps in the sand, too big to belong any of you, were the only indication of how busy it had been only hours earlier. Znaczy, że jest wyjątkowo cicho, zostawione ślady, jeszcze zamki z piasku i jest inaczej niż jeszcze godzinę temu. że pewnie dużo ludzi. The four of you kicked shoes off and removed socks and walked along the water's edge. The waves tickled your feet. I wonder what would happen if you tried to take a bath in the ocean, with shampoo and everything. That would be bad for the fish.
Jeez.
I didn't say anyone would do it. Jeez. You don't have to be serious about everything. You're the one who asked what would happen. That is what would happen. It hurts the fishes. Oh, I like bubble baths at home. They are a lot of fun. Me too. Bubble baths are luxurious. No, rozmawiam teraz, co ona się zastanawia, co by się stało, jakby wykąpać się w morzu z szamponem i ze wszystkim. Takowi powiedział, że to by było niedobre dla ryb. A teraz wiadomo, że lubię kąpiele bąbelkowe, wiadomo, że są luksusowe. Mommy loves to have bubbles in her bath. She'll turn the light off and have candles. I'm gonna do that next time. Hey, when's your mom coming to pick you up anyway? Not for a while, she's busy. What about your dad? How come you never talk about him? Nobody does? Did you know you're not supposed to ask something like that? Why would somebody want to talk about something they never talk about? You kept your eyes on the ground, watching your toes get swallowed by waves. Even if you've never seemed upset when this topic came up, it made you feel awkward just for having both of your moms. Okay, I'm like Lizzie and Talia. I don't have a dad. But I don't have two moms, I just have one. She's really great. Oh, sorry, I only have one now. I only have one now too. My mom isn't here, she's back home. It's just my dad with me. Oh, I never had a dad or anything, so I don't feel bad. It's really sad that your mom is gone. Oh, nodded. No, przykra rozmowa troszkę. You joked about Sherlock's mom getting together with Cole's dad. Even if they all different, our parents are good in their own ways. Yeah. Cole couldn't master our response. You don't think he really disagreed? O. Nie lubię tego słowa ostatniego, one zawsze mnie zastanawia, jak wymówić. The silence broke with a splash as Lizzie kicked in your direction. Cold water and sudden sand splattered against your legs. Lizzie giggled, foot still outstretched from the kick. Both joined in, striking the incoming waves to make a splash of his own. Sherlock scurried out of Cole's spray zone with a grin. He made a run for it. You were already too dirty and wet for comfort. Nothing that happened there would feel as good as getting dry. You got out of the water before anyone could catch you again. Perching on a rock, you scrubbed the wet sand from your legs as you watched the others. The sand came away in thick chunks at first, like clay, but where it had been thinner, it had already dried and clung to your skin. Bob and Lizzie were relentless, while Sherlock mostly just dodged. Ah. Sherlock's brief exclamation was drowned out by the biggest splash yet, caused by him falling face first onto the ground. That would have been bad enough without the wave that followed, cascading over his prone body. To wygłupiają się, bawią w wodzie, tutaj chlapią. Sherlock sat up, shaking his head like a dog coming in from the rain, as you all hurried over to check on him. His hair was plastered to his head, and his short clothes clung. If there was a part of him that was still dry, you couldn't see it. That was crazy, are you okay? Yeah, my foot got stuck and I fell over. Wrócił się chyba, czy co? Way to go, Sherlock, you dumbo. Ta oczywiście go... Dobrze za 2 razy oczywiście. Oczywiście go wyzywa. Pomóżmy. Sherlock didn't take your outstretched hand. After a moment you dropped it. Lizzie was too busy sneaking to notice and held her hand out to Sherlock too. He reached over and took it. Slowly he started to pull himself from the ground. Podnosi się do mnie, tak? Then he slipped on the slick sand, dragging him and Lizzie down just in time for another wave to hit. The water rolled over them.
Sorry.
Ah, sorry. the odds of that happening twice in a row? You thought they must be alone. But there's no way Sherlock would do something like that on purpose, then pretend it was an accident, especially not to Lizzie. Aha, czyli uchapała ich fala, no i on, że on czasem tak... Nie zrozumiałem, moment. Even if your relationship with Sheila felt unclear, it disliked her a lot. Lizzie was his favorite, right? A że bardzo lubi Lizzie, ten Sherlock. Smiling boldly, Lizzie extracted herself from the ground and whipped a streak of sand from her cheek. She didn't intend to let his embarrass her. Sherlock got up again as well at the time before the incident. He still looked like a drowned puppy, but didn't stop laughing of the two of them. With that, it was time to call it a day. No, to była scena. Też ten Kow się zaczął śmiać. The four of you made the journey back home, leaving a trail of wet footsteps and stand in your wake. Wracam sobie do domku, zostawiając ślady mokre. Damp clothes may have weighted down some of the group, but your spirits were high. Your arms swung side to side as cool as breeze flowed past. Your moms were outside chatting to Kow's dad. We're back. Your mom's faces, but as they took in the state you all were in, raging from messy to soaked.
Now,
Elizabeth, is that all that you have to say for yourself? You brought out the bitch back with you. They certainly did. What's Marigold going to do when he comes to get Sherlock? A, że co pyta Marigold, czy to jest mama Sherlocka, kiedy po niego przyjdzie. Is that how you want him to be for the long drive home? Cold and filthy? Lizzie's expression turned sulky over the scolding. Being the oldest could be fun, but it also means she was the first to get in trouble when something went wrong. A czyli Liz bierze odpowiedzialność, bo jest najstarsza. Mr. Holden, on the other hand, chuckled as he rubbed Cove's matted hair. You've been out making memories back home? I'm glad you had a good time with your friends. Cove used his slightly moist last arm to push his dad off. Mr. Holden's eyes widened when he noticed even that he had gotten wet. Now he was worried too. I think they could have... Chyba się pominęło. Locked. No. Cove used his slightly moist arm to push his dad off. A nie, to było dobra. I think they could have found a less risky way to spend time and had just as much fun. That might be right, kids. Can you do? Come on, Cove, let's go get you cleaned up and dried off. You wouldn't want to have to be reset. Cove winced at the defo.
okay.
Hey. Tata boy? Mr. Holden casually bent down and plucked Cove up off the ground, ultimately holding Cove against his chest. Sand was already transferring from Cove onto him, but that didn't seem to bother Mr. Holden. Cove protested being carried, but only got a reassuring pat on the back for his trouble.
Take care.
Good night, Cove. Good night for the talk, Cliff. Night, Rose Gold family and Sherlock too. Resigned to his fate, Cove twisted his body in his dad's arm in order to turn around and wave goodbye. I nam pomachał chyba. Coś takiego. Smiling, you waved back. Good night.
Fine.
Well, we'd better do what we can to fix you guys up too. Come on, everybody inside. I want you to march right to the downstairs bathroom. Znaczy do łazienki marsz. Tak, mamo. Hey, Lizzie's mom. Don't worry about stopping to wipe your feet on the mat this time. It won't do much good tonight. Sitting on an old beach towel your mommy had found you waited in the hall. Until you were less sandy you weren't allowed to go to your room or walk around the house. But you did get to eat a sandwich for dinner there. It felt like an indoor picnic. It had been decided that Sherlock would wash first and borrow some of your clothes. He was already finished and packed away in his mom's car. Mrs. Fields had come to call him a little while ago. It was a bit of funny experience seeing him without that hat on for once. Lizzie being much more soaked than you'd got to go in the tub next. It wasn't a bubble bath as she had hoped. This was a no fun allowed clean-up session. At least that's what she claimed. Znaczy nie była to jakaś luksusowa kąpiel, tylko po prostu taka czyszcząca sesja. Not much longer and it would be your turn. When the bath was done you'd have to go right to bed. After a day like this, though, you were glad there weren't going to be any further event. Drifting off to sleep sounded like a great idea. Okej, mam kolejny wybór. And Castle Grown Up Shopping. Summer End. Nie, jeszcze nie. MM. Aczkolwiek na dzisiaj chyba to zrobimy tyle. Nie będziemy zaczynać kolejnego, bo to tylko chwilę byśmy zajęli. Zapiszemy sobie save tutaj w tym momencie. I podziękuję wam serdecznie za oglądanie i będziemy się słyszeć w kolejnym odcinku. Mam nadzieję, że niedługo, że zostaniecie ze mną. Jeśli się podobało, to wiecie co robić. Także serdecznie dziękuję i do następnego. Trzymajcie się. Hej, pa pa.